Hi, I'm Claudia from RevealRealEstate.com. If you're struggling to sell property you own in Nicaragua, Belize, Panama or Costa Rica, then listen up, as in this short video I'll reveal a critical mistake that many sellers make that can stop their property from selling. And if you watch the entire video, I'll do more than tell you the mistake. I'll also show you how you can fix it. Now, before I get started, I should point out that how you price your property and how you stage it are two important factors when it comes to selling your property. But they're not what I'm going to be talking about in this video. You see, if you're struggling to sell property you own in Central America, the mistake you could be making often starts before you even think about pricing or staging. I've been working in the region for over a decade, and in my experience, the critical mistake that most sellers make is this. They don't adjust their selling strategy to fit a non-MLS environment, which, by the way, is a feature of the market that affects practically everything. The result? Fewer buyers see their property. It's really as simple as that. Now, let me take 30 seconds to tell you why this is one of the most important points to understand when you're selling a property you own in the region. If you're from the US or Canada, you probably know that an MLS or multiple listing system is a giant database of properties for sale. As a seller, when you list your property with a real estate agent, they'll upload it to this massive database, and all other agents will have access to it. In effect, when you list your property, you're not just hiring one agent, you're putting the entire MLS to work. And that may include hundreds of agents, all helping to sell your property. It's efficient. The connection between seller and buyer is easily made. The takeaway here is that the MLS is first and foremost a marketing vehicle for listings. So, what's different about Central America? Well, instead of all agents sharing one giant database of properties, they each maintain their own private, separate databases. So what happens when you list a property with a local agent? Well, it will probably go onto their private database of listings, but it won't go onto an MLS-type system. So unless the buyer happens to go on a viewing with that particular agent, they're unlikely to see your property. There is more collaboration between agents in some regions than in others, but to date, none of the countries we cover have a comprehensive MLS system. The result? Fewer buyers will see your property. So if you're a seller in this market, the central question you need to answer is this. How can you get your property in front of more buyers when there is no MLS? Here are 3 things to consider. 1. Give every active real estate agent in your market your listing. This is key to getting as much exposure for your property as possible. So here's a seller again, with a property to sell in Central America. But instead of listing with just one agent, they've given the listing to all agents. This means that when a buyer goes on a viewing with any one of these agents, the seller has a much better chance of getting their property shown. 2. List your property independently on property listing sites that target your buyer, and focus specifically on the Central American region. In the last decade, buyer behavior has changed. It's changed because of one thing: the Internet. Take a look at this 2011 study of buyer behavior produced by the National Association of Realtors. They found that a massive 88% of buyers started their property search online. And for international real estate, given the physical distance between many of your buyers and where your property is located, the percentage could be even higher. The conclusion here is that your buyer will come from the Internet, almost exclusively, so it really does make sense to join them. 3. Write a compelling listing description that's designed to convert prospects into buyers. Good property listings share a bunch of similar characteristics. I've written literally hundreds of property descriptions for properties in Central America, and I know for a fact that the ones that attract most buyers have magnetic headlines that draw the buyer in, are packed with seductive photos that stir the emotion, include compelling descriptions which are laden with benefits, describe exactly what's special about the property, as well as contextual information such as location maps and video. Ultimately, the best listing descriptions will answer this question for the user. What will my life be like if I live here? Okay, so you now know one of the critical mistakes that can stop your property in Central America from selling. And you've also got some ideas of what you can do about it. If you need more detail, or you want a step-by-step guide, then sign up for our free e-course on how to sell your international property. It's a simple, yet strategic guide to get your property sold, and it's completely free. Sign up at revealrealestate.com/get your property sold.